Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. Whether you are watching live or watching later, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Renee. This is Forever World Building, a cozy Minecraft series that is streamed live every single week. Please don't forget to Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to join the journey, and let's get into it. Today we are building, you guys. Let me swipe over to our game here and hop on. So I have logged on once just to take a screenshot for this thumbnail. Other than that, I have not done anything since Tuesday, which was only, what, 2 days ago, a day and a half ago, basically. So that's all right. But we are going to keep working on this beautiful wizard's tower. We have made some good progress, but there is still more to do. I want to start with the roof. I want to get the whole backside of the roof filled out because you can't see it from this side and maybe you can't see it from here. Nope, but the roof has no back. So we're going to put a back on the roof and we're going to finish decorating it. Or it's more like start decorating it. I guess finish laying down the base for what we want to do. And let's put some of this stuff away that we do not need. I don't think we need the cobblestone right now. We'll keep some of the spruce, but not all of it. But we do need our teal blocks, which includes, at least for right now, that's really just these warped blocks. We are going to go in and do some texturing, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to do some of that today. But we shall see how that goes. Let's make a couple more trapdoors. I think we're gonna need them. And we'll just grab all these planks. Why not? Let's make enough trapdoors so we don't have double, we're not taking up 2 slots. Okay, I think that's it for warped stuff. Let's get, I don't think we need white blocks right now. Do we just need the warped planks? Oh, and we need a bunch of the deep slate. So let's make some more. Oh, not that. That's actual deep slate, not cobbled deep slate. Maybe we'll turn that into cobbled at some point because I think we're gonna need it. Or we can use the regular deep slate to texture. That might look cool. Let's grab a bunch of blocks. And we'll grab these stairs. I know we're gonna need mostly stairs and full tiles. So let's just make the rest of these into tiles. Oh, we have 2 left over. We can make those into stairs. Why not? Okay. I think that's a good start for what we need. And then I will inevitably need something different. So I'll come back and get that. Ooh, it looks like the sun is setting. Oh, I forgot I knocked the scaffolding down in the last one. The sun is setting, but I think we're gonna leave it. And we'll let a couple nights pass so that we can meet some phantoms and hopefully get some phantom membranes and continue to build up that collection. Okay, before we get too much further, I had an idea for how to adjust these, and I want to see what it's gonna look like. Because I don't really want, I want this space to still be open. I don't want it to be closed in by blocks. So I was thinking, so that we still get some of that dimension, we can just bring in some warped planks and then still have these blocks at the top. So it'll sort of peek through, or maybe we even do, not warm plank, these are trapdoors. So it's hard to tell how that's gonna look from a distance, but I might like it. And we can maybe bring this down one as well. So we have, see, as the outer edge here kind of does a little step in, this does a little step in without fully closing off that space. So we're gonna try that. I do want to take down the white because I like the teal color better. We'll find some way to bring in the white into the roof at some point, but just not here. Not right now. Okay, we're gonna need to get over to this side. So let's do the smart thing and kind of jump down and walk around. Oh, I almost jumped off. Anytime I try and like hype myself up like that, like let me do the smart thing, I immediately do something that's not the smart thing. Okay, now we're gonna do the not smart thing and jump down to gather up all these blocks, because I feel like, I mean, we're in spawn chunks, right? So even if I forget them, they won't despawn here, right? How did this one get, oh, okay. I think we will build up the entire, like the rest of this roof first, and then we'll go and put the teal in on the other areas. So let me remember. I want that white block. Emily, what's up? Hi, I'm Emily. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Emily. Welcome in. Are you a fellow Minecraft enthusiast, or do you just enjoy gaming and streaming? All right, I'm gonna count these. We go up one, we go up two. The top one is always a stair. Then we base out up 3, and then I think we go up 3 again. So 2, stair, base, 1, 2, 3, stair. Emily says, no, I've never played it before. Well, no problem. The basis of the game is pretty simple. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I'm happy to answer questions. Emily says, I just like watching. Well, I just like playing, so I think we are gonna have fun hanging out. This is, oh, I've gone up way too high. Or have I? This is probably one, if not my favorite game of all time. One of my favorite games of all time. And I think that there's just so many endless possibilities that you can never get bored. Nitro says game is on sale right now, $22.99 standard edition. Good time to buy it as the game is almost never on sale if you enjoy it. That is good to know. Yeah, because usually it's what, 30 bucks? So $23 is a pretty good deal, if I do say so myself. And I was considering buying this game for someone else. So maybe I will take advantage of that sale and go ahead and get it. Okay, 3/4 of the roof done. Let's go slap this other side on, and then we'll connect them all in the middle and then work on sort of the interior and the decoration. 1, 2, 1, base out. Nope, I based the wrong way. Now we gotta get back up there. Ooh. Base out. 1, 2. I have noticed that since I've started streaming and playing more regularly, my hand to finger coordination and my reaction time has gotten so much better. And there have definitely been times where I would like make a little wrong move and I would fall off or like miss something or whatever. And I'm at a point now where I did that wrong. I'm at a point now where I can usually kind of like catch myself and save myself from a bad consequence. So whoever says video games don't teach you any skills, there's a skill. My fingers are real quick. Emily, if you want to share, do you have any games that you do play? Or are you just more of a watcher in general? Did I say just games? I meant like video games. Video games that you enjoy. Nitro says, Minecraft is probably the reason how I learned how to type 100 words per minute without the correct hand placement. Oh my goodness. Without the correct hand placement is very impressive to be at 100 words per minute. Emily says it takes practice and dedication and muscle memory. Yeah, definitely muscle memory. I think you are correct about that, because I feel like there's times, like even just now, as I say that, I fall off the scaffolding. But even just being so high up, I do feel like I have more of that awareness of the game and like where my character is within it, and I am sometimes moving more based on muscle memory and catching myself before I even realize what happened. Emily says, I do like Project Makeover and Text Express. I don't know if I've heard of those or if I'm familiar. I may be familiar with them, but just not by name. Project Makeover sounds fun. Is it like a fashion outfit sort of game? That sounds like fun. I love games like that. And I feel like I've heard of Text Express, but I don't think I know what it is. And Nitro, I'm also a pretty fast typer. I think the last time I tested myself, I was at like 86 words per minute, but I do use the correct hand placement. Because I learned in school with the Mavis Beacon typing text helper something, whatever it's called. And I aced that when I was in, I think, literally elementary school. Emily says they are on iPhone games, and yes to fashion games. Fashion is fun. I've liked watching other people. Ooh, we need more stairs. Let me go get more stairs. There's that like Roblox game. Was it Dress to Impress? Like fashion game that's super popular. And I like watching other people play that. I don't think I would not personally ever get onto Roblox. myself, but fashion is fun. I used to play fashion games, like computer fashion games, when I was younger. I can't remember like the names of any of them off the top of my head. But I like iPhone games in general, because then you can take them with you wherever you go. You don't need a computer, you don't need a console. You can be standing in line at the grocery store or sitting in the restaurant waiting for your food, and you can just pull it out and play your game and have a great time. Nitro says, I haven't logged into my Roblox. Oof, I got distracted reading chat. Don't hold that against me. Nitro says, I haven't logged into Roblox in so many years, probably 7 to 8 years now. Is it 7 to 8 years old? Really? I never had Roblox. That was after my time. I was too much of a grown-up already by the time Roblox came out. So, and I didn't even understand it, like what it was, until maybe like, I don't know, within the past year or so. I just knew it was something that kids were obsessed with. So once you hit a certain point, you're like, I don't like kid things anymore. And then you don't even care. But yeah, from some of the stuff that's coming out about Roblox right now, seems like it's maybe good that you haven't been on there in a while. Emily says, Text Express is about a young woman who wants to venture out and find clues to where her parents went. Only after her grandmother died, and she decides to fix the family's train and has adventures. So it's like a storyline role-playing game. That's cool. I do like games with a storyline like that, or at least like a story to follow, or kind of like quests to accomplish, because it definitely helps keep you, I think that helps keep you invested. I only played for a year or two, got old too quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Roblox is having some lawsuit issues over their algorithms and creepy people on there. Yeah, I don't know much about the algorithm part, but I have heard about the creepy people part, which, I mean, in this, I hate to say it, but in this day and age, like, that's, I feel like, how do I say this? Those kind of creepy people have become much more prevalent, and it's really unfortunate that that's sort of the physical and digital landscape that we're living in. And especially after learning that Roblox is more of like just an open world, where it's like you're literally sending your kids, it's like sending your kids out into the street. They're not physically there, but they're mentally and emotionally like out on the street, talking to strangers, running into people. Like, that's not safe. Anyways, I don't want to get too heavy into this kind of stuff. This is, we're supposed to be building and having fun. So it's just interesting. Story games are fun. I think in terms of those games, I like Cyberpunk, Witcher 3, and Borderlands. I have not played any of those. Actually, I have played a little bit of Borderlands. I played some of the, like, does it have a multiplayer story? Or is it just multiplayer, like, versions of the game? I've played multiplayer. I know I've played multiplayer Borderlands to some degree. And then I know Cyberpunk is a great game. I know people sing its praises. And Witcher, I haven't played, but I've watched other people play it back in college. I don't know if it was, what version it was. Oh, that's why we put the water down. I don't know which version of The Witcher it was, but I've watched I've watched the first couple seasons of the TV show, and I enjoyed that. Definitely. I mean, you can't go wrong with Henry Cavill and a sword, in my personal opinion. I've played all three. Gonna get 4 when it's on sale, but I think Borderlands 2 is the best. Now, Borderlands is kind of like, it's kind of like a dystopian fantasy sort of setting, right? I'm trying to remember the little bit that I played of it. But it had like, you have like technology and stuff, and there's guns, but it's not like a futuristic. Why aren't these connecting properly? What is going on? Maybe, do I need another thing here? Oops. Not torches. I'm switching my stuff. Okay, no. Now this one isn't doing it properly. This should work. Cell shaded graphics in a dystopian setting. I think Borderlands 1 nails that vibe best though. I do like that kind of art style. The cell shading, it feels like at this point it kind of feels a little like old school and nostalgic. Okay, I'm getting frustrated with this. I'm just gonna put blocks here, and I think we're gonna be building up this anyway, so I don't need to sit here and mess with this for minutes on end. Okay, we've got those in. Let's put in the rest of this teal wood. Oh, my music stopped. I was like, something's weird here. Okay. Let me get the music back. And we're definitely gonna need more trapdoors. Definitely. Okay. So we're doing... We need to bring this in. One, sorry guys, I'm gonna try and complete my sentences today. In 1 and up 1. Ooh, it's raining. I think like this. I think it's going to be easier to build it up from the outside. But before we do that, let's go get some more of this wood. We have stairs here. Why do I have so many slabs? You guys, this is a problem. I make so many slabs and I never need them. And I always need the other ones. And I don't have the other ones because I've made so many slabs. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's make a bunch of stairs. Let's make a bunch of trapdoors. Let me make sure I'm blinking so my eyes don't dry up and fall out of my head. Oh, and we need more planks. We're definitely gonna have to go cut down those other trees that I've grown at some point soon here. Sorry for all the back and forth. My brain is a little bit slow today. I did work a full 9 to 5 at my regular job. And then I went and taught a yoga class. I usually don't teach on Thursdays, but I am subbing for someone today. And then now I'm here. So I've done a lot. I will give myself some grace when I'm falling off of platforms and sitting here rambling for the next 2 hours. Okay, I wanted to put a little bit of light up here just to make sure nothing spawns on us. And then let's go to the outside. Let me grab the proper item here. Let's go, oh. Let's go up a little bit and then go to the outside. Okay, the rain is really nice though. I love the rain, whether it's Minecraft rain or real life rain. I love it. Okay. Let's keep this going. We're building up. Let's see, we gotta build out one and up. And then now we do, I think we do, I'm not going to be able to get up there without building up. Hold on. Nope. Okay. Okay. And go up a couple. No. Not to the side. Go up. Like that, and then warped trapdoors coming in like that. I think that's gonna look good from far away. I hope so. Let's just roll with it, and if we need to change it later, I'll change it. I don't mind. Okay. Trapdoors. Full, not there. Full blocks. Wow. Blocks. Is that? Okay. I thought that was a stair when it was supposed to be a full block. And then some full blocks there. And then same thing here, not that one. Ooh, I need to get it. Come here. Come here, little block. Okay, is that all? I think that's all correct. Oh, we need one more trapdoor. Oh my goodness. Please bear with me, you guys. I can't wait until we get an elytra. I'm so excited. Okay, I need to take a little drink. Hold on. Today's drink of the day is a protein shake with spinach in it for some greens. Nitro says sometimes in those situations an elytra is useful. Yes, it really is. I mean, I know we have feather falling on our boots, so really any sort of fall, there's a pretty good likelihood that we're gonna survive, but I don't want to keep just falling, man. I want to float down like an angel on my wings. I think one thing that still keeps me from using the elytra too much is that I don't kill too many creepers and I burn through rockets fast. Yeah, I guess that is that like extra resource that gets eaten up when you do it. But I mean, I'm sure you have a creeper farm, right? Or at least a mob farm. But I don't know, maybe you don't use the mob farm enough to get enough gunpowder from it. I mean, but you don't need, if you're just straight falling off stuff, you don't need the rockets, right? Like in these situations, when I inevitably fall off my scaffolding, I can just use the elytra to float down. Okay, let's take a look from here. Let's come around. Hello, chicken. Let's see. I want to see it from like head on, kind of. This would be a great place to use, and I don't know if they make them in the warped wood, but this would be a great place to use, what are they called? The shelves, the like vertical slabs, to give it like a little more dimension. I'd like these to come in a little more, but I don't think I have a good way to do that. But oh, you see that? I'm like glitched out with the colors there. I do like this. Don't get me wrong. I do like this. I think we're going to leave it. And we're going to keep going. We're going to move on. And now, okay, now that we have the roof on, I think the proportions work well. I know I was saying a couple of streams ago that it was way too squat and fat. But now that we have built it up taller, it looks better. Nitro says, I haven't AFK'd there for a while, and I used up all that gunpowder for TNT for that for the netherite beacon. So I just need to AFK again. Yeah, that is unfortunately the name of the game here in Minecraft, is that resource management. And there's like 5 different steps to get one thing that you need. It's not just, you can't just go out and get it. You have to AFK or mine it or craft it or grow it. But I do like that. I was telling my BF this the other day, but I really enjoy games that have that grind aspect to them. That like delayed gratification where you have to put in a bunch of work for one thing and it's slow and it takes time and you go little by little, because it's just so much more satisfying then in the end once you actually achieve whatever it is, whatever goal you are working towards. You really feel like you put some good effort into it. Okay. I'm happy with the roof right now. I don't want to do anything else at the moment because I have some ideas for this part, for decorating this like lower half here, and I want to execute that and then see where we're at. So we're going to put this little framing in on all 4 sides. and then work out some way. I forgot to grab the spruce trunks. What are they called? They're not called trunks. Spruce logs. But I want to find... What was I talking about? I want to find some way to blend the spruce into the cobblestone a little bit better. But we're going to start with this. Let's put our frame in. And I think I took out this top, this top layer. And then we can go sideways. Drop it down, build it up, and then I believe we were doing 2 stairs in the middle, and then a slab to either side, and then trapdoors on top just to cap it off. Yes, and then we'll come over here and do the same thing. Let's see, this side. There's something, hold on. There's something specific. I heard a noise. Pretty sure I heard a zombie or something. Okay, what do we do on the sides here? Okay. Oh. It's a baby! I hate the babies. Don't the babies definitely have like more hit points. Why are you running now? Don't do that and then run from me. Nitro says, yeah, I agree. Okay, you'll have to forgive my little bird brain. Agree with what? Also, I have a feeling Mojang might be messing with the villager trading in the next update. They did some changes to villager trading and made them data-driven in Java, which makes me suspicious that they might try to implement the villager trade rebalance experiment. Guess it's time to hoard librarian villagers soon. Okay, I understood 50% of what you just said. What does it mean to make them data-driven in Java? And for rebalancing, is that like... Oh, wait, I don't want to get rid of these. If they're rebalancing, what does that mean? Like, is there stuff that Mojang would consider like broken in how villagers are traded right now? And why would we need to hoard librarians? Which would that just be for enchanted books? For keeping proper enchanted books? I haven't even learned how to cure. I mean, I know how to do it. It's not that I don't know how to do it, but I haven't even like cured villagers yet and gotten the trades down. But didn't they already change that? Because I know there are people who had... Okay, this is uneven, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to leave it like that. Aren't there people who, like in past versions, were able to get villagers down to like one emerald for one mending book, and they've like changed that so you can't do that anymore? Wow, the rain stopped so suddenly. Okay. I want a way to sort of blend these together here. And I had an idea to maybe take these two out and put stairs in like that. And then maybe just put regular We can do slabs just to use up my slabs. Put slabs in like that. Data-driven basically means trades are easier to change using a file instead of changing the game's code. Okay, so it's easier to change using the file. So does that mean that's more for like on their end when they're doing updates and stuff, that they can change out files instead of like if they're like adding new blocks and stuff to the game? So that on the back end for Mojang, it's easier for them to edit the game rather than go in and change the code. I kind of like that. I want there to be, what if we did the fences? To sort of connect these up a little bit more. Let's see, let's pull back and let's see that. The rebalance is to nerf villagers. You used to be able to get mending by breaking, replacing lecterns. Mojang in the rebalance experiment now locks mending behind swamp villagers. Okay, I actually did hear about this. Yeah, that someone was talking about how they were playing, either they were playing a snapshot or they were just like looking into it. Or like looking into possible updates, and they said that, yeah, they were gonna lock mending behind swamp villagers. Well, I hope they don't. I don't know if I have anything more to say. I mean, because for some people, from my perspective, my experience, it seems like there's people who enjoy when your weapons or your tools kind of like diminish, and they enjoy the grind of like having stuff break and then going and getting it again and like redoing it and using up their resources that way. I think that there's definitely a case to be made for that to be enjoyable for some people. But then I think that there's people like me who don't like that. And I, again, just more enjoy the building part. So being able to just have a full set of armor and full set of tools that doesn't break and that I can mend with experience and that is easy to set up that way, like easy quote unquote, if you don't care about, you know, having to roll for the trade a bunch. And then I don't have to deal with the grind. I can just play the game and mend my stuff and have a good time. Okay, I do kind of like this fence here. We're gonna leave this for now. Might change it later. We'll see. Nitro says, also same for modders and data pack makers. So it makes me suspect that they're making it easier to change for data pack makers due to the nerf that they're implementing. Data pack makers. Okay. Is that... You said shaders and data packs. Are data packs the same thing as like mods and resource packs, or is that something different? My main criticism of Mojang is that they like to implement forced exploration, which I heavily dislike. I don't like bloating my world size file or world size file. Yeah, I would disagree with forced exploration. That's like, if people don't find that interesting or exciting, then you shouldn't have to do that in order to access all of the features of the game. Because yeah, it can take, I've seen people, like, watch people stream, and even just people who are like playing and making videos who don't use like chunk base or anything, and if they want to find like a mangrove swamp, they will just fly out on their elytra or go running and go looking for it and spend like an entire stream just running around looking for one biome. And I don't think that, I mean, for me personally, I would not find that fun. Data packs are simplified mods which change part of the game but don't change all core functionality like mods. Okay, so these changes that they're making would make it easier for people to, like regular people, not just Mojang itself, but regular people to like make and update these mods. And ostensibly for like when, because if they're doing 4 updates a year, then people who make shaders and data packs and mods are going to need to be consistently updating the game or updating their like extra creations to match the new versions. And so this will make it easier for them to do that. Which, if my interpretation of all of that is correct, then I commend them for making it easier for people to mod the game. But if my interpretation is off, please let me know. Zombie. Oh, that was easy. Closest swamp to a swamp from my spawn is 3,500 blocks, which is why I'm against the rebalance. No worries. 3,500 blocks. Yeah. Ugh, that's a far away. And I feel like the swamps like are like much rarer than some of the other biomes. Like, it's hard to find a swamp, I feel like. And like I mentioned in our last stream, the only desert, or the closest desert, is also like thousands of blocks away from spawn. And I didn't find it organically. I did look up the seed on chunk base and go and find it. Where are the phantoms, you guys? Should they not be appearing by now? Uh-oh. Is Philip dead or alive? Philip might be dead. I don't see him in here. He probably got by that skeleton. Aww. Poor Philip. Well, it is what it is. People are born and people die every day. Okay. Ooh, look at that up there. It looks super tall and pointy from way back here. That's funny. Okay, yeah, from here, it definitely looks like a little disproportionate. Like, that top looks way too tall. But I don't care enough to change it. It'll be fine. Okay, I'm running back here. I'm running back home, back to our base. because I want to get some diorite. Specifically polished diorite. Because after we spent some time last stream looking at the world without shaders and without the texture pack, I'm gonna admit, I did like some of the extra texture and contrast that was in the white of the calcite. But I think we can achieve that with some polished diorite. Probably more likely a zombie that killed Philip. They will go and attack all villagers. Yeah, and I guess that means, and if Philip can get in here, then that means a zombie can get in here. But then where did, oh man. My chickens! Darn it. Darn it. Ugh. You guys are gonna, that was my fault. You guys are gonna laugh at me. I'm embarrassed again. Okay. Darn creepers. I mean, I know I don't have the space lit up. I know, that's my fault. But I don't want to light it all up. I don't want just random torches sitting everywhere. I mean, we can do like we did over at the dye works and put like moss carpets down and stuff. And put lights under it, but my goodness. Well, how am I gonna get these chickens back in here? Let's see, if I have it in my offhand, yeah, they'll stay. Nitro says, definitely a zombie. All right. Well, we'll put another villager in here at some point. It can be Philip's son. We'll name him Philip II. And then maybe I'll zombie and proof the... Zombie and proof the... Don't leave. What am I trying to say? Proof this chicken coop so that things can't jump into it. Right, because yeah, the chickens, they can't jump out of that. Okay. We're gonna have to come back and fix this at some point. It's not gonna be today. I don't have the patience. But let's at least, maybe we can feed our chickens. Or feed some of them. I think if you want to prevent creepers from exploding builds, you can type in command game rule mob griefing false if you have cheats enabled. And that would prevent them, they would still blow me up, but they wouldn't damage like the terrain and the buildings and stuff. I do have cheats enabled. I'm not opposed to cheats, but I think that I would consider that cheating. Like I have keep inventory on. Oh, hello, good morning. I have keep inventory on, which is technically a cheat, but I'm okay with that. And I did end up turning off pillager spawning because I don't want them coming in and attacking my villagers. But I feel like the basics of the game is that the creepers blow up and destroy stuff. So I do kind of like that aspect. And even though I'm like, you know, verbally kind of frustrated, like, oh man, it's still kind of fun when you're like, I was silly. I stayed up too late. I made a bad decision. and now I gotta go fix that someday. Like that's sometimes being frustrated is like part of the fun. They do environmental damage if that is false, but they can still kill you with the explosion. And it makes it so Endermen don't pick up blocks. Okay. It's good to know that you can do that. I think, you know, never say never. I may eat my words someday. I think for now, we'll keep that. We'll keep griefing on. Just because, oops, did it again. Because, I don't know, I don't mind the consequences sometimes. I think it's kind of fun. I have not seen a pillager patrol in so many years in my world. I'm not sure if it's a Bedrock Edition bug, but they just stopped spawning all of a sudden. Oh, weird. Interesting. I feel like they literally spawn all the time in Java. I'm sure you don't mind that, because they're kind of annoying. I don't know if I like the pillagers in terms of like as an addition to the game, or at least the extent to which they bother you. Because I mean, I guess I understand, like, you want to have some like villains and opposition and stuff and things to fight, and they give you what, there's like, you get like totems and stuff from the raids, right? But I don't know. They just annoy me, and I think that may just be a personal thing. Personal preference. Nitro says, I would still like pillager patrols though. Gives me an excuse to run my raid farm. Yeah. Because yeah, if you have something set up that uses them and is useful to you, then yeah, it's frustrating if they're just not happening, not showing up. I'm sure. Okay, I probably didn't need to do this all the way around to start off with before I know if I like it or not. But here we are. So we're getting into texturing now. And I was thinking, we'll do a little more, but I was thinking that we could use this polished diorite to sort of texture and transition from the cobblestone to the calcite. And we may actually go grab the birch slabs. And look, we use this here. So it does make sense. It does kind of tie in blocks from a different build. Oop. And we'll do a little more. Let me grab the birch slabs. The one time where we actually want and need a bunch of slabs. Because, oh wait, I know there's a ton of blocks in here. Hold on. Because, where am I going? These have some vertical texturing. Nitro says, I think the new zombie horses and the mounts of mayhem are starting to show their reality for me. LOL. Reality in a good way or a bad way? Like, are you enjoying them, or is it like, oh, this is way too much mob? All right. We'll do this in maybe just kind of the front little bit, and then take a step back and see how it looks. Probably going to be the same for other players. But now they're starting to get annoying from so many surprise attacks that drop over half my HP. Yikes. From the zombie, what is it? Zombie mount? And is that just at night, or is that also during the day? I mean, even still, even if it's just at night, there's some people who like to work through the night. Oh, it's stuck. I can't get it. Oh, it's because my inventory's full. That would make sense. I saw bundle. Why am I carrying this bundle still? It's only at night in savanna and plains biomes. Oh, okay. But you live in a savanna. And I build during the night, so it's annoying to fight one if it's in close range and then heal back up. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, why would they make it do so much damage? What's the point of that? Because there's like, doesn't that now kind of bring it on in the same like playing field, or the same like along the same lines as the warden? Because that's what the warden does, right? The warden is one hit, and then you go down like half or more of your HP. And then, but for the warden, you have to actually like seek that out and understand what you're getting into. And this is, you're just hanging out trying to build at night. And then you get smacked. Spear damage is speed based, so if the horse is fast, it can do a lot of damage on hard difficulty. Okay. That makes sense. So it varies. Something's making noise over here. What the heck? Oh, there's probably a mob under us. Warden is good design, but you're not meant to fight it, but you're forced to fight these new mobs. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I like the warden. I think that's a good mob, and that's like a good challenge. Because yeah, you're not meant to fight it, and you choose to go into the warden's territory. That's a conscious decision that you make as the player. And then you have to deal with those consequences. But yeah, having these new mobs just pop up and you have to fight them, whether you want to or not. It just kind of takes away from some of your like agency as a player. And that's super important to people. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this texturing. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to texturing, so it just looks different to me, or if it's bad texturing. Emily says, good night, miss. Good night, Emily. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. It was nice to meet you. I hope you have a great night and good dreams and a lovely day tomorrow as well. Nitro says, IMO new features are fun unless they go against you. I mean, yeah, I think isn't that all of us nowadays? I like it until I don't. I like it until it's inconvenient for me or goes against how I have fun. But, I mean, I do think it's fair to extend the criticisms and talk about it. And gripe and complain a little bit. A little bit of complaining. Actually, just kidding. I was going to say a little bit of complaining can do you good. And I think while that's funny to say, I don't actually agree with that. So, criticism is fine. If you're just complaining just for complaining's sake, then I think there's a better way to go about it. But yeah, that's kind of making me not want to upgrade to Mounts of Mayhem, if I'm being honest. I mean, I guess we're nowhere near a plains or savanna biome right now. So it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, right now, let's see what this pale oak slab looks like real quick. Okay. I'm gonna work on this texturing thing a little bit. I'm not sold on it, but I'm not gonna tear it down just yet. And I'm gonna try putting some of this quartz up here, like the texture's coming down from the top, and see what that looks like. So we're going from this sort of like darker gray color, cobbled, into the calcite, which has a little bit of gray in it, to the quartz, which is purely white. And if you guys have any other suggestions for blocks that I could use in this like little transition area from the polished diorite, maybe regular diorite instead of polished, to the calcite. Nitro says, not upgrading, I think is probably a bit too far. It's not too bad. I'd say it's just inconvenient. Okay. Well, that's fair. And yeah, I will still upgrade soon here, actually. Hopefully, by the time we come back to streaming after Christmas, my goal is to be upgraded by then to the newest update to Mountains of Mayhem. And hopefully, wait, I have a question. If they do this, like, I don't know, all the stuff that they're doing with the villagers and however they're changing like the back end of the game, is there a chance that that's going to affect using this like 1.18 version of Mizunos as the texture pack? Look, I'm not opposed to change. I knew it was a possibility that might have to happen someday, because I don't think the creator of Mizunos is ever going to come back and update it. I just don't want to. Nitro says, one thing I realized is playing on the same world over and over again, you get more resistant to Mojang changing the game, especially for the worse. And texture packs should not be impacted by updates if they just change textures 99% of the time. Okay. Good to know. But yeah, I do think that that's one of those, what am I trying to say? Like you turn into like a crotchety old person when you've been doing stuff for a long time. And I think it's just sort of human nature to be resistant to change to some degree. So yeah, the more we're like, this is how it is and this is how I like it, and you're adding this new stuff and changing my villagers. Okay, this is gonna be really abrupt, but I'm about to like cough a bunch and I need to take a break anyways, so we'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, we are back. Thank you guys for bearing with me there. let's jump back into it. I do like this, the quartz up here. And I think once we add some more texture into this top part with the copper, I think these two blocks, or these two types of blocks, having the same sort of look with the the contrasting outline, I think is going to work well. I'm liking this less and less. So I think we do need a different block to transition from the polished diorite to the calcite. What exactly that block is, I don't know. We'll have to do some experimenting. So I think we'll run back home and go grab a couple options and just play around a little bit more. Nitro says, with the zombie horse and camel husk from Mounts of Mayhem, I was initially skeptical, but I was like, let's play test it before reacting. And yeah, I don't think I'll like them long term. Ouch. Yeah, I know, because you were saying the other day that it wasn't too bad. I think you said you liked the spear, right? But maybe now that the novelty has worn off, you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna get annoying. And the quartz looks pretty clean with the transition there. Thank you. Great. Glad you like it. Another trip back home. I'm gonna grab some unpolished diorite because I feel like this has a little more. Let's see, I don't have any calcite on me, but even these, like looking at them together down at the bottom here, I think that works. And I'll grab some andesite too, just in case. I don't think I'm gonna like the andesite, but I would rather have it and try it. And at some point, there's going to be a really good opportunity to do something with the polished diorite, the polished andesite, and some of the like darker stuff here, like the deep slate bricks or the deep slate tiles or something. And even, where was the stuff? Even with the like the basalt and the black stone. I don't know. I feel like I've seen some people just on like Instagram put together some really cool block palettes that transition from the like dark black stone into the lighter or white stone or something. And I like it. And I want to do something with that at some point, but I don't know where. I feel like we could. This just popped into my brain, and I don't know if I want to try it here or again, just, I don't know if I'm overcomplicating it, but instead of using cobblestone, take out the cobblestone in favor of like some sort of gradient with the diorite and the andesite and like the black stone and the basalt, and do like dark into gray into white going all the way up. But that may be, I might just be I can't sleep yet. That might be too complicated for me to do, not like forever, but I don't know. If I'm just sort of getting into texturing, maybe I shouldn't be, maybe ambitious. Maybe that's the right word. Maybe that's too ambitious for my confidence and capabilities right now. Nitro says, basalt is a very clean looking block. I like putting basalt, in a lot of my builds, mainly because you can make a basalt generator. Oh yeah, isn't that, I saw Wax Fraud do that like a couple months ago. And he made one in the nether with like ice blocks and lava, right? And you can just like sit there and mine it and it reconstitutes itself. Which is pretty cool. I think I really like, and again, I'm playing from Mizunos, but I do like these, like even these tiles here, I like them. I think they look really cool. And I think that having black in the build always offers a lot of nice contrast to your other blocks. That's the main reason I like using basalt. Easy to farm and easy to integrate into builds. Yeah, I agree. And I do at some point, well not at some point, but just as the world grows and as we progress, I do want our builds to get bigger and better. And I want to have some like big mega builds in there at some point, you know? Okay, I'm liking the diorite better than the wood, definitely. Is this transition okay, or do we need any more? Do we need like a block in between the diorite and the calcite? I feel like no. I want to say no. And it might be too much if we try and do too much more. And we can just bring, I'll have to bring some of this quartz down to connect with the stairs here and blend those a little bit better. But overall, I kind of like that. Now, I want to, what time is it? It's almost 8. Probably fine. Fewer is better. IMO. Okay. Cool. We're going to leave it like this for now. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to texturing, I see other people do it and it looks really cool and I'm always very impressed. But then sometimes I see people do it and it's too much and I'm not impressed. And I like it in concept and in theory, but I think it needs to be done. It's like something that needs to be done tastefully and done as an accent or with intention or as a way to enhance a build, not as like a standard. Everything needs to be some sort of gradient texture. And I also feel like texturing looks better without shaders, because it's kind of a way to give the same effect that shaders has by using texturing and different blocks to create like shadows and highlights. But if you play with shaders, then you already get the shadows and highlights, so you don't need to texture as much. That's just my opinion. Okay, I don't know what I want to do now, guys. Yeah, clutter is basically the thing I dislike the most in my builds. Yeah, clutter is a good word for it. Some builds just look really cluttered, and it definitely I don't know, like kind of turns me off to them, or makes me I don't know what the word is. I'm losing my brain, you guys. It is leaking out of my ears pretty quickly here. Okay, maybe we can, instead of trying to be creative, maybe we can just do some logistical stuff and kind of work out the structure of the interior a little bit. Now that we have sort of the base of it all built out, we can start to figure out where we're going to put in floors and things like that. I like that idea. Let's do that. Because I don't have the capacity to be creative or make something look pretty right now. But I can do logistics. Maybe. Let's see. I may eat my words in a moment here. Where's this water? There it is. Okay. So we gotta do something better with this staircase. And we gotta figure out where our floors are gonna be. I think having this be sort of the second floor is good. Because yeah, this from here up to here gives us plenty of room. We're gonna cover all this up with some cool ceiling detailing. And then now do we want to do black floor for the second floor? Now that I'm like looking at it again, I think no. I want to do either teal or white. And I'm thinking teal as sort of a contrast to the white. So maybe we can find a use for all those slabs. I think basing off the concept of the Tower of Power building from Paul Soares Jr. is a good idea. Another portal in the tower in the basement, then brewing another wort farming on different floors. Okay, let me look that up. Not sure if you watch his YouTube channel, but his Minecraft videos are like 12 to 13 years old at this point, but quite a lot of my original build inspiration was from that series. That's cool. Let's see. Let's go. We can go take a look right now. I do enjoy... Oops. I do enjoy old builders and old series. I think people were very creative back in the day, some of the stuff that they were able to do. Let's see, can we just search tower? Tiny tower. Tower of Power, part 1. Let's see. See if we can find a... Oh, he's got flames at the top there. Let's see. Is it... Oh, look here. This looks like a walkthrough.
Uniform. And I'm going to stick with the cobble for now, but...
Oop, that's way too loud.
I'm going to check the time, see how we're doing for time. Maybe I will replace the cobble, actually. And we'll put a ladder right here. Oh, I'm going to need a hatch. We'll put a latch right there.
I like the spiral staircase.
Latch to get up and
yeah,
down.
He's got like this area at the top.
Guess I might as well do that now, right?
As like a lookout point. Let's see.
Check it out. So now I can cheat and fly.
Okay, so yeah, he's got like several.
Ah! Quick, get the high ground. Oh no, you don't. It's my bow.
several different floors. Oh, in his future episodes. So this is a while ago.
Oh.
He puts his enchanting setup there too. Okay, I'll have to go through a little more on my own and take a look. But yeah, we'll definitely take some inspiration because yeah, that was sort of my kind of idea or desire. Whoa, look at that. That's like a weird pale block. My idea in the beginning was to have like several different floors that all have several different uses. And I definitely do want to put another portal in here. Maybe a small enchanting setup, but it's more about the nether wart farm. That is important to me because we're going to be brewing. We're going to have a potion stand and like a whole potion area in here. So I guess it would be more accurate to call this like an alchemist's tower, but that's more difficult to say. And I've already spent so much time calling it a wizard's tower that I'm not going to go back now. Okay. Let's get some torches up here. Just to light it up a little bit. And then we'll be covering the walls definitely with like books and bookshelves and decorations and stuff. So it's like a little, I feel like it's a lot on the eyes right now, but that'll change. And then let's see if we can't build this staircase up a little better. Let's see, are these structurally important? Yes, okay. So we're going to have to bring this in one. And now what do we make the staircase out of? Maybe just cobblestone? I feel like it would be a lot to have a blue staircase as well. But I don't know, maybe that would make the most sense. Those are the blocks I have in my hand right now, so let's try it. Just to see what it might look like. And we're gonna have to go... Oh, never mind. It's actually really annoying me now that the slabs on top of each other change the texture so drastically. And that's just a Mizunos thing. And I don't like it. I might go in and change that for some of these because I don't want to have to switch out between slabs and blocks if I'm trying to like build, like layer something up, you know? That is also structurally important. Okay. You know what? Let's do this, guys. Let's just run around. We've got like 20 minutes. Let's just run around and do some like random tasks, management tasks that need to get done. And we'll hit that 2-hour mark just so I can say I've done it and stay consistent. And I need to do these little things anyways. And then we'll get out of here. We'll get out of here. Oh, it's nighttime. Let me sleep. Okay. Yes, the sugarcane has grown in. We can go get the sugarcane. I do want to make a full sugarcane farm at some point. So we have a bunch of paper available for trading. Have all these villagers. I'm sure all these villagers have died. But what was I saying? Automatic sugarcane farm on the list, but not a priority necessarily. Let's see. I think we need to go chop down a tree or two so we can get some sticks to trade. I'm just trying to build up like a good basis. That's not the right word. Base of emeralds, stockpile, something like that. Trying to build up a good stockpile of emeralds because I feel like we're gonna need them eventually. And I would like a way to get emeralds more efficiently. I've heard people say, now let me know what you guys think, but I've heard people say that, or not maybe not say, but just they do this in their worlds, but getting a iron farm so that they just have endless iron to trade. Which wouldn't be too terribly difficult. We just have to go out somewhere and build it up. There isn't a villager that trades bones for stuff, right? Because I have truly so many bones. Nitro says, Iron Farm is absolutely critical for any long-term world, especially if you plan on doing anything with redstone. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because for all the redstone components and stuff, you need iron. Then, yeah, we'll definitely do that. Because it is also on my list and in my heart, a desire of mine to learn redstone to some sort of like proficient degree and to make some redstone farms and do some more complicated builds with redstone, or even do make like an automatic doorway or like a secret doorway that you open via redstone or something like that. Things that just like add some fun and flavor to the world. So yeah, we'll probably at some point fairly soon, want to build up an iron farm. Maybe that can be like one of the main goals for after we defeat the Ender Dragon, is to set up an iron farm somewhere. And then in these new versions, is it still worth it to like zombify and then cure a villager in order to get lower trades, or has that already been nerfed? This is the podzol. Okay, you guys, let me know if I did a good job. These blocks here, this is the podzol. These blocks here, these are grass blocks. It's slightly like desaturated, and I could saturate it a little bit more to make it match exactly, which I might do because I don't know if anyone else notices it or if it bothers anyone else, but it bothers me. And it doesn't have any of the variation that some of the other that some of the other... Oh, look, a dog. What I'm trying to say, like how these have the little, some of the like little clovers and stuff, but I think that's okay. Zombie discounts still exist, but you will need to switch to hard difficulty to guarantee conversion. Okay. Which I could do at some point. I'm not opposed to that because I have it on easy right now just because, especially starting out, I was a little wimp and I didn't think I could do it on a hard mode. But at this point, I think I've got some skills now. I probably could do it on hard mode. And does it get them all the way down to 1 or does it just discount them some? Because I feel like I've heard that they like totally remove the ability to get them down to like 1 emerald per thing. But I could be wrong about that. I've been wrong before. Hello? Oh man, I cannot tell if that's one long name or several names all together. Juniawani... Juniawan? Junie? How about just Junie? Or if there's something else you would prefer me to call you, then let me know. But hello, Junie. Welcome in. Nitro says, villagers will not convert to zombie villagers on easy, 50% chance on hard, and 100% chance on hard. Was one of those words supposed to be different? They probably don't go all the way to 1, I'm guessing, but they will give you a decent discount. Okay, well, that's still worth it. Any discount is a good discount, in my opinion. I love a good discount, whether we're in Minecraft or real life. Okay, 50 on normal and 100% on hard. Then yeah, I mean, definitely to guarantee it, we would definitely want to go to hard. Which, again, I can do that. I've upped my skills a little bit over the past couple months. I think I could survive on hard. Okay, we've done some trading. I think we maxed out both of these trades. Oh no, we did not match out the stick trade. What am I doing? Let's max out our sticks trade. He's still going. Okay, there we go. An extra 10 emeralds, not too shabby. I will take that. And then, let's see, can we see from here if our wheat has grown? I can't tell. It looks like some has, some hasn't, maybe. What else? Oh, let's go check on our cactus farm. Let's see. Let's put a lava bucket in there to see if we can get more dye. I think the more you play, the more you also realize that hard difficulty also becomes too easy once you have maxed out gear in a way. Okay, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, because maxed out gear is pretty good. And yeah, if you have like the highest levels on all the enchantments and stuff, because like earlier today I had a zombie. I one hit killed a zombie, and I can't remember if I jumped to crit or not. I think I did, but yeah, I think I think it would be... I think I'd be fine to switch over to hard mode. Okay, we have so much green dye, you guys. We have literally so much green dye. What are we going to do with all of this green dye? Let's see. If I put these lava buckets here, and if this one is in here, when it runs out, will it go into this bucket, into this here? Because there's no other place, because you can't hopper from the side, so it would have to run also down and out, right? And we got to find a better place to store these green dyes, because it's going to fill up super fast. Why don't we just put them in here? And then maybe we can get an item frame and just put like an item frame right here with a green dye in it. Why don't we just take this one? I don't want to run all the way back. So we know that that's where our green dye is stored. Smite 5 enchantment, extremely OP on both Java and Bedrock. Can easily one-hit kill zombies and skeletons, guaranteed if you crit. Let's see. What do we have? We have Smite 4. So we're pretty close. Pretty close to Smite 5. Let's see. Is anyone in here sleeping? Nope. Let's just sleep here for tonight. I think that's probably what's preventing me from fully hitting the zombie horse riders and camel husks, since I can one-hit kill them with a crit. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure that helps. Oh yeah, one-hit killing them with a crit is pretty good. Especially for mounted combatants. Oh, a spider. Oh, he doesn't even want the smoke. He heard us talking about our super high smite sword. And he's running away. We'll leave him be. We'll leave him be. Oh, maybe we can go... Ugh, it's going to take more than 7 minutes to go get Cobalt from his spot over there. Maybe we can at least run over there. And I can get on him. And then that'll force me to... Oh, look at that little lone doggo. One doggo sitting on the hill over there. Maybe that'll force me to go... like over this weekend, run Cobalt back home. And you guys can see where I left him. Okay, let's do that. Let me check on this real quick. Yeah, I don't want to... Unless all of it's grown, I don't want to harvest it. So... let's go this way. If we run through the nether portal... and keep going. There's a little path back here. We've been here before. We used this path to get to the lush cave that had the stronghold. This path also leads to another lush cave. And I did not have an end to that sentence. That was it. This path leads to a different lush cave. There is a cool cave system that we can explore at some point here as well, whenever we need our next little fix of danger and adventure. Oh, an Enderman. I don't have a boat on me, but I do want to kill him. Let's go for it. I'm not afraid of you. That's a different one, right? You guys saw that. One of them died and another one was standing there. Yeah, because he just dropped that grass block. Oh yeah, this here, I'm holding on, but look. It doesn't look like much, but it goes far out down there. There's a ton. I put this water thing here when I first found it so we could come easily down and up. But yeah, that's a good option for some point in the future. Nitro says that stronghold find was crazy lucky. Never found a stronghold without using Eyes of Ender. I know, right? I was so surprised. I've never seen anyone find it without using Eyes of Ender. I thought you just had to use Eyes of Ender to find it. But yeah, it was literally just sitting there right in the corner of the lush cave. And it's super close to home too. And so yeah, I take that. And that wasn't even the lush cave that we were supposed to go explore that day. I had the coordinates to a different one. But see, look, there's Cobalt. Chilling out. Waiting for us. But yeah, we just happened to find the biggest lush cave I've ever seen, plus a stronghold. So that's going to be really nice because now we think, actually, I recently traded a piglin in the nether for like 4 Eyes of Ender at one time. And we've already been sort of gathering and collecting them. So I do think that we might like technically have enough now already to fully fill out the portal. Okay, I do not know how to use horses well. The whole jump thing with the horses, I feel like I don't know it. I can't like figure it out. It always behaves differently than I think it's going to. Okay, we need to get her up this mountain, but there's no easy way to do that. So we maybe need to get, oh, him, Cobalt's a dude, get him around this mountain. We can't go this way because there's a bunch of water. So we have to go this way, but there's all the trees. This is going to be a process. And there's water this way too. Horse jumps the most once the bar is full. Like that. So it's like you like hold it to charge up and then let go and then it jumps, right? And then, so do you have to like let go and move forward at the same time to get it to jump forward, or does it really just jump up? And I don't want to take him through the water because taking the horse through water sucks. But there's also all these trees and we're navigating this little cliff. And I don't want to do this either. See, like I'm trying to jump and go forward. Oh, I guess I can hit. I guess you can use your tools while you're on the horse. But this is not helping me. You gotta release at the right moment once it's completely full, since if you hold it too long, the bar starts to deplete. And they made it so you can ride horses in water in Mounts of Mayhem, so that's a good fix. Okay, well, you know what? Then Cobalt might just be hanging out here until we upgrade to Mounts of Mayhem. Because I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, well, let me get through into at least an open clearing. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, this is gonna be it. Let's come back over here. Let's at least try and come back to our path. So it'll be easier to find, yeah. Yeah, see, there's like water right here. Okay. Okay, this is it. I'm done. We hit our 2-hour mark. Let me switch back so we can end this out. This is going to be a quick sign off, you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who was hanging out today, whether you were chatting, whether you were just lurking, whether you stayed, whether you left. I appreciate you being here. Please don't forget to hit the like button before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you want to join the journey. We will be back at 6 p.m. on Tuesday of next week, and then at 6 p.m. on Thursday of next week, back to our usual scheduled programming. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.